Hello, everyone. We're back with another GM season preview for season four. I'm here with none other than Rafino, general manager of the Annandale Aviators. Rafino, I appreciate you coming on today.
Hey, Seth, it's a real pleasure. And yeah, I'm excited to introduce everybody to the Annandale Aviators.
Yeah, let's get right into it. So, first of all, let's introduce yourself. Who is Rafino? Where did you start? And how are you now GM of the Annandale Aviators?
Absolutely. So my name is Raphael. I really got started with the Annandale Aviators as an AGM. The sport company has kind of this process of AGM and training, AGM, and then eventually, once you get enough experience, become a GM, a general manager. But even before that, before I went through that whole process, I actually started in the high school space. So if any of you guys are from high school, you guys will probably be able to relate to me if you try and do this or have started an esports club. I started with a high school esports club called the Stallion Esports. We participated in a bunch of different high school esports leagues. And then from there, I kind of just grew, finding new different opportunities. I went on to work with the Varsity Esports Foundation. I've worked with the Washington Justice, and I've kind of just been gaining this experience as a young general manager, young professional in the industry. I've set up events with Team Envy. So, just working and building up my profile, it eventually led me to the esport company where, it was just this great opportunity to start something new with a bunch of great people and new teams. And that's really when I got into that process of becoming an AGM, an assistant general manager, and then eventually the general manager of the Annandale Aviators in Virginia, which is where I actually live. So yeah, that's kind of just a quick little introduction into myself.
That's great. I appreciate the in-depth analysis there. It was amazing. So let's get into it. What games should we expect the Annandale Aviators to compete in for season four?
Oh, so we're going to be participating in a lot of different games, but I have to tell you, the team to look out for from the Annandale Aviators has to be our Call of Duty teams. We have just such a stacked roster, and as you know, Seth, we got the number one pick in the esport company draft. And it was absolutely amazing. Charisma has been doing some great things for us in practice at scrims. I'm pretty sure they're undefeated right now, but just a little sneak peek going into the season. Definitely be on the lookout for our Call of Duty teams. And of course, our Rainbow Six Siege team. They were the champions last year. So they're going to be looking to get the back-to-back once again not last year, but last season, This season. They'll be looking to get this back-to-back this season. But outside of that, we're participating in Overwatch D2. We were the runner-up on the D2 scene, Overwatch, Rocket League. Those are just a couple of the games that we're playing in at Rainbow Six Xbox, and then expanding out into different consoles as well.
Yeah. So let's get into you personally. What are you most excited for going into season number 4?
So I have to be most excited for the prize pool. I mean, $6,000 in prizing going towards these leagues. All that does is it brings up the competition. It brings up the fighting spirits within our players. They take this so serious. They're so determined to get that championship and potentially get a piece of that prize pool. So that has to be one of the most exciting things, is the effect that's happening from the prize pool onto our teams, that I'm seeing these players kind of amp up and really take that next level to become, the players they really want to be in this league.
Yeah. And let's talk about any rivalries or any, GMs or franchises you're circling on the calendar for your team to get a little fired up for and have your back for.
Yeah, absolutely. It has to be the Erie Isles. I mean, if you were there last season and you saw the Division II Overwatch PC Championship Finals, it was an absolute nail biter, and we almost pulled it off. But it was the Erie Isles who came in at the very end to take that championship away from us. Kudos to them, but with all due respect, it's not happening again. We're definitely going to be looking to take that D2 Overwatch PC Championship from them this season.
We'll be circling that on our calendar for sure when the matchup comes up. So finally, let's get into it. Hey, I'm a new player, joined the esport company. What should I expect out of the Annandale Aviators and the culture that you set over there?
Absolutely. So the biggest thing that I promote in the Annandale Aviator Discord, it's through every interview, every time I talk with the player, is that our main focus is going to be growth and development. Number one. Number two, going in that competitive side, trying to win those championships. That's our second goal as a kind of community. Growing as a community, we offer a bunch of different opportunities for you guys to grow and kind of, I guess, team building. Team building is how I like to call it. We do like movie nights, game nights, a bunch of different opportunities for just our players to interact with each other. And yeah, it's just overall a really fun environment to join the Annandale Aviators. If you're a player looking to kind of get your start, you're very competitive, but you're also, you also want to be a part of a community that's growing and that's very close to each other. Definitely come join the Annandale Aviators because this is the community for you.
Awesome, Rafino. I appreciate you coming on here this evening and giving us some insight and some preview on the Annandale Aviators. And I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Seth.